Hi guys, Zach here with another Command & Conquer Red Alert video. In this video I'm playing a 3v3 game on the map King of the Hills Extreme, and my team are starting in the top left position and our opponents are in the bottom right. Now this map is a very strange map. What you start with is you start with your little enclosure which contains a small field of gems. And actually at the very start of the game, as soon as it starts, there's no ore. But what happens in this game is ore grows really fast, and you need to be careful. So if you do decide to host a game on this map, what you need to make sure is the ore is set to maybe 3 or 4. If you set the ore too high, the ore regrowth like to say 7 to 9, you're going to run into some problems because your ore's going to grow so fast. It's going to get into your base and you're not going to be able to build any buildings. So you do have to be really careful of what you set your ore regrowth at. And a little bit of a mistake for me at the start there. I've let a green infantryman into my base. But you can see my ore truck initially going for those gems. But you can see it's a very small patch and it's not going to last very long. Now another thing you've probably noticed, or you know if you've played this map before, is there's lots and lots of cliffs. And you can see there's lots of little bottlenecks which enter into your base, which makes defending your base on this map a little bit easier. I am going to go for something a little bit unusual on this type of map, because usually when I mine gems at the start, I will go for my second war factory before my second ore refinery, but I am going to go for the second ore refinery first, just because of the ore situation on the map, and the fact that the map is quite easy to defend. So now I'm going to be sending my ore truck down to this ore patch here, which you can see is already growing quite a little bit. But actually we can see this ore patch at the top is growing much faster. So we're going to need to sort that issue out quite quickly, because you can see it's getting quite close to my base. And now we're going to start building our second war factory. Now I think the ore works a little bit differently on this map. I do think your ore trucks do collect less ore per trip. So what you may need to consider is you do need more ore trucks for the number of war factories you have, compared to what you would use on other maps. So you do have to be careful in that regards. And yeah, we can see we're getting our second war factory, which is going to be almost complete. And that's just going to give us a double the building speed of tanks and ore trucks. And you can see I'm just building another ore refinery now, because I'm going to need to control the ore at the left side of my base, because at every entry point you're going to have ore growing, so you have to be really careful that you just keep up that work, keep those ore trucks working, but you need them at all sides of your base, not just a section. And we'll send another ore truck to that top right position. And now we've got an ore refinery there. And we're going to need to build another one for the bottom left of my base as well. And you can see I've got quite a good number of ore trucks. But you can also see that my ore reserves are not that high at all. They're actually in fact quite low. Which does show you that you do need to be a little bit different when it comes to the build order with building tanks and ore refineries in this game. And we can see Cyan is there, and they have got a big army, so that's going to be quite dangerous for us at this point. And I'm going to need to take a little bit of a while before my to get my army built up. And we're just building a large power plant just to get our power back up, because when you're on low power, your building speed is slower. And now I'm going to build that third war factory. Even though my ore reserves are quite low, what I'll do is I'll be able to build a couple of ore trucks using that third war factory, and my tank building speed will be faster. So yeah, hopefully it'll just give me that edge over the opponents. But you can see my ore reserves are very low, so if I went straight onto tanks, then I would be in trouble very quickly. And I'm just edging forward, and the reason I'm being quite aggressive here, even though I'm not looking for an attack at the moment, is I want to make sure my opponents don't think I'm just chilling. I need to make sure my presence is known, and hopefully my allies will not get attacked, because if you just sit back, what can happen is other fights can take place and it turns into a 3v2 match, and that puts your team in a lot of trouble. And you can see I'm just building those next few war trucks using those 3 war factories, which has increased my building speed a lot, and that's going to really improve my economy and give me a strong position. And yeah, you can see I've got plenty of war trucks on the top left and bottom left position, so that shouldn't be a problem anymore. And now that I'm building, oh, you can see the orange are coming up, and they look like they're going to pink space, so this is dangerous for us. We're going to need to push out now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight for orange's base, because orange will have to do one of 2 things. The base is either going to be undefended, depending on what the allies decide to do, or they're going to have to take the tanks back, and I'm going to fight the tanks as they come back, but it looks like it's undefended at the moment. We can see green there to the south. I'm going to need to be really careful there. I might have to pull back if he does decide to go for my base. And we're just getting another one of those ore refineries down. And now I'm building a radar dome because I want to see what's happening in different parts of the map. Because, yeah, there's going to be fights all over at the moment. And you can see that Cyan have come in to defend a teammate, and it looks like they have a good number of tanks. You can see also green have come in as well. And yeah, my tanks are a bit stuttering there because they're getting caught round the cliff. But you can see Cyan having to pull back because red have attacked Cyan's base. So this has given us like a bit of space. And now we're going into the fight with green. And this is looking very good for us at the moment. We've got the better tank numbers, and it's looking very bad for Cyan. And at this point, it looks like Cyan are going to be exiting the game very, very soon. But you can see the orange are obliterating pink space. Cyan only have a couple more buildings left. And red just need to destroy that last building. And Cyan are out of the game. Now it looks like both teams are down to 2 players, but red could be in a bit of trouble because orange are up at the top. Actually, orange seem to have come down now. I thought they might have attacked red's base, but you can see green are going on the offensive now, and green have managed to pick up the tank numbers again, and it looks like they've got better tank numbers than I have right at the moment, although we're starting to pull it back a little bit. I was in a bit of a tricky position there, but we can see the orange are coming from the north, and this could be trouble for me because there are 2 teams, and they will have the better tank numbers. And I've been forgetting to build some tanks there, and unfortunately, I do think I'm going to need to build another ore refinery, although usually, almost always, on all maps except this one, I would be building another war factory. And the reason is the ore's starting to get into my base, and when the ore starts to get into your base, it causes all sorts of problems. So yeah, we're just going to need to manage that ore situation at the bottom right of my base. And we can see the green are coming in, but it's a narrow gap, so they're trickling tanks in one at a time, and we're able to destroy them quite well. It's looking good against green, but orange are coming in as well, and orange have got better tank numbers, and they're also going for the ore trucks, which is very, very bad, because we're struggling with the situation in the bottom right with ore already as it is, and we're just going to have to, well, rely basically on the nature of this map, the small bottleneck they're taking tanks in to enable us to defend. And you can see how both teams are sort of just stood at that point, that entry point to the base, because they don't want to try and push through because they know it's going to be painful. And what I'm doing now is I'm building a Tesla coil just for a bit more defense. But you can see that red are actually coming down to orange's base, and orange having to pull back, which is relieving the stress on my base. So I'm now going to be able to push out. I'm going to get that Tesla coil placed down as well, but I'm going to need to get a bit more power, because when you're low on power, your building speed slows down. So we're going to be able to push out now, and we're probably going to go to green's base. We can see red have, it looks like they have good tank numbers, although I can only see them on my mini-map. I'm not going to spend too much time looking at the base. But yeah, they've got decent numbers, let's put it like that. Orange have got more, but it's going to take them a little bit of time to pull all those tanks back. And I think the other 2 teams sort of like forgot about that it was a team game. They sort of all focused on me, and when the other team came and attacked them, it's put them in all sorts of trouble. Now I'm building my 4th war factory, which is far overdue. I should have had it out a lot earlier, but I I mean needs, but we had a we had a bit of an awe situation. But we can see that Green's base is defended by 2 Tesla coils, but there's not many tanks there, so I'm going to go in for the kill because Tesla coils have low HP, and we'll see how this goes. There are some rocket soldiers which do decent damage against tanks. We've got 1 Tesla coil down, we've got the other down, and now it's just a straight tank battle. You can see we're trying to destroy that war factory as well, because that's going to reduce Green's building speed, and suddenly it's looking very, very good for me. We can see that Green have got MiGs. They've only got 3 though, so I think we're going to be okay for now. We're just going to need to repair that construction yard, and we're going to get some SAM sites put down just to give us a bit of defence. And you can see that Green are sort of managing to hold at the moment. I think that distraction there sort of gave them a little bit of an advantage, and they were able to probably move the tanks around a little bit more. We're getting our first SAM site put down, and we're going to get another one put down, because you can see the MiGs are coming again, but we've got a lot of tanks coming towards Green's base. So again, we're going to, like, obviously repair that building. And you can see the red are entering Green's base from the other side. And this looks like it's going to be a good game, because there's absolutely no way that Green can defend against this. And you can see even Pink, who I thought were out of the game, they've got some tanks left as well. Oh, they've got like quite a few tanks left. I thought I probably was premature in calling them out the game. But you can see that what's for sure is this is going to be a good game. You can see those MiGs, well, sites are all gone now. And anytime now, that's mission accomplished. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video.